This is Madden 19. I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers. With that, let's get out to Southern California with the call from Los Angeles. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, football, of course, back in L.A. and back at StubHub Center in Carson, California. The scene a moment ago, unlike any other in the NFL for a lot of years. The crowd here in Carson might be half the size of a normal NFL stadium, but they are twice as loud as their Chargers get set to face off with the Denver Broncos. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that can have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. It'll be Case Keenum leading the charge, making his first start in a Bronco uniform here in this one.
And at the 2018 draft, when the Broncos number came up at 5, plenty of chatter that they might take a quarterback right there. Remember, Josh Allen was still on the board. Josh Rosen was still on the board. But the Broncos made a commitment to Case Keenum in free agency, and they're living up to it. Did not take a quarterback in that slot. Going to ride with their new number 4, Case Keenum.
Keenum on first down. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Let's go.
First carry from Devontae Booker. Had a great strong move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Let's talk about the starting lineup offensively for the Denver Broncos, and let's talk about Devontae Booker.
I always described him as a guy who 8 carries in college, meaning just keep handing it to him, and he got better as the game went on. Had a knee injury his last year at Utah, comes in a little bit older than your average back, but boy, is he skilled and talented. And he emulates Emmitt Smith in one way. Loves to keep the ball in his left hand at all times.
A second down carry for Booker. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. Time quickly to look at the Chargers defense.
The tear off the edge is Joey Bosa, 12.5 sacks in 2017, which was a great follow-up to a Rookie of the Year campaign. And we know about his size, we know about his speed, but he is so technically proficient at what he does when he pass rushes, especially with his use of hands, almost like a martial artist, able to find an advantage and get to the quarterback.
From the gun on third down, Keenum. And he finds Hamilton. That's complete. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, But I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that. But a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear in the diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it, and here we are today.
They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Joey Bosa able to drop him for a loss of 4. Such a highly touted product out of Ohio State. Bosa has not disappointed in the NFL.
Not even close. Rookie of the year, his first season. 12.5 sacks and a Pro Bowl his second season. What's next for this guy? I say the sky's the limit, and you know how much he loves pass rushing. Even swaps moves with the opposition post-game, always trying to get better.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. On second down, here's Keenum. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Third and long, it's Keenum. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. We focus in on Phillip Rivers, 15th year in the league, his 13th year as a starter, and the all-time passing leader in Charger history.
Another great year for Phillip Rivers, 28 touchdown passes, and he went over 50,000 pass yards for his career while having his team in playoff contention late in the season. A lot of people thought the Chargers might look for a quarterback with their 17th overall pick. They didn't. In fact, they didn't draft one at all, which is a testament to Phillip Rivers' continued great play and durability.
A first down throw here for Rivers. Got his man. It's Williams. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set. Now a second down throw for Rivers. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time, and it'll bring up third down.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
On third down, Rivers. This is Gordon on the dump off. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. To punt it away on fourth down, here's Drew Kaiser. Back deep for the Broncos is Isaiah McKenzie. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic first down.
Rivers on first down. And his throw is incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action.
And the Broncos go to a nickel set on 3rd down.
Yeah, they've got an extra DB out there. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Here's Drew Kaiser now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded just inside the 20. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has the look of a game that could very well go down to the wire. Just 1 point separating these two clubs at the break. But they're ready for the second half, and we are too. As we'll kick it right back out to Brandon and Charles.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And this one complete to Virgil Green. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now Gordon on first down. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Now Rivers going to give to Gordon on the draw. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Well, that was better than the first go-around when he lost yardage, but still nothing there, and that sets up a 3rd and long. Tough spot here.
Put it mildly. Sometimes I wonder if some of that old-school football should come back into play. You know what I would think here? Quick kick. Try and change field position, help out your team.
On 3rd down, Rivers. Open man, it's Allen. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad. Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 24. Rivers now to throw on 1st down. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
Back to the ground now with Gordon. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Back to throw. And caught right side, Green. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the 1st.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
So here now, big spot for the kicker. It's Caleb Sturgis. This for the lead in the final stages. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
Now it's Sturgis converted on the field goal. Now he'll send this one away on the kickoff. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. They'll look to throw. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. The Broncos in the hurry-up try to get to their positions and get set quickly. He's back to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. Keenum to Sanders for the Denver first down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. He'll look to throw. And that's complete to Sanders. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Now it's Keenum. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Casey Hayward. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They have the football, they're looking good, but the lead is just 2, so any mistake in a field goal can beat you. They got to be careful.
And that's where it gets difficult because you don't want that to leak into your thinking. You want to play like, hey, we've got the advantage. We can close this out. Don't play from fear, and they can win this game.
See if they can play fear-free and hang on. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. The Chargers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 16. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for L.A. This is taken at the 18. Now Case Keenum and the offense heading back onto the field. This is something we've seen many times over the course of his career. Can he pull off another fourth-quarter comeback?
And it's very strange, isn't it? Because when it's a player of this magnitude, even though the guys on defense have the lead and are sitting in the best spot, they're maybe the most nervous people in the stadium because they've seen this happen to too many people before, too many teams. They've got to find a way to shut him down.
Here we go again for the grizzled vet. Keenum. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Keenum. The Sanders has got it complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. And they are able to spike it, cutting it close, but 2 seconds left on the clock. And it's incomplete, but there is still 2 seconds left in this ball game, so they'll have one final shot. One final try now for Keenum. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night, everybody.